Hi there, welcome to the Fierce Factor podcast. I'm your host, Kaeli Lindholm. And I think it's time for us women to shift the conversation in business and step into our feminine leadership to do the most iconic work the aesthetic industry has ever seen. Each week, I'll be bringing a powerful dose of strategy, sarcasm, solutions, and sass that will rev up your creativity and ignite your brilliance as you link arms with me along our shared path of personal and professional growth in 20 minutes or less. Let's go. I really wanted to take an opportunity to talk with you guys today about sentiments that I'm hearing and discussing and the top of mind conversations that I'm having in response to this COVID-19 pandemic and now prevailing through this pandemic and setting up our businesses and our lives to really adapt to the new normal. And we just don't know what that's going to be. And there's still a lot of uncertainty. There's still a lot of uneasiness. There's still a lot of people who are scared for many reasons. And there's many reasons to be scared. And those are all valid. But I wanted to talk with you less about the pain that we're feeling. And I am impressed with how we as a society are really banding together and learning to adapt to this. But as I have clients who are getting prepared to reopen their practices and are thinking about the safety and comfort and the confidence of their patients going forward and not sure how the new normal is going to really impact their businesses. And I know a lot of you that are listening here are industry reps that may or may not be furloughed or laid off and wondering what's next for me. And I really think now is the time, regardless of what side of the camp you're on, that to really lean into thinking about your life and the future in a way that's really bigger than you ever have. Because just as likely as it is that things may not be as great as they were, and we're trending into a downturn in the economy or a new version of the economy and affluence of our industry, there's an equal amount of possibility that this could be the best time ever in your life. And, what if this was your time? What if you were meant for something more? What if that little idea you had, or that little feeling that you had deep down inside, or that vision that maybe you had for yourself or for your business or your family, it's time to go execute on that? We don't know. And unless you really set that impossible goal for yourself and decide to think and act bigger than you have, you really can't determine. And you have no idea. It could go one way or the other. And when times are uncertain like this, you really need to get back to your purpose and think about your why. Use that to fuel you. Why did you start your business? Why do you do what you do every day? What is the difference that you are here to make? Because you're here for a reason. And if you don't know why what you do is different or how it's different, then now is the time to figure that out and really think about, are you identifying and filling a gap? Are you doing something for your space, for your consumers, for your clients, for your team that is differentiating you and that is providing resources to an underserved population? And I really believe that now is the time to either disrupt in your space or be disrupted. Not everyone is going to survive through this pandemic. So you have a choice. You get to pick which side you want to be on. And it starts with really thinking bigger than yourself, thinking about what is your purpose and your why and what is your mission here. And secondly, I would say to really double down on your team. And not just team as in numbers of people or employees or staff, or even you may not even have a team yet. But doubling down on the people that your crew, the people that you talk to every day, that you hang with, that support you. Do they support you? Do they challenge you? Do they encourage you to take your life and your business to the next level? And that's hard to find, but think about surrounding yourself with a winning team and a team of employees, if you have them, who are profit warriors that are all in on helping you accomplish your goal. And now's the time to decide and really go take an introspective look in your business to determine if you have those people on your team or not. And if you do, fantastic. Take care of them and link arms with them and take your business to the next level. And if you don't, and you're not sure, you have staff that you're not feeling like that are equipped to help you accomplish the goals that you have set out for your business or the bigger vision that you're setting for yourself, then now is an opportune time, quite frankly, to minimize and streamline that staff and those team members. And next, you really need to have a bigger vision. Think bigger. Think about the companies that are making massive impact in the world and emulate those companies. I see too often businesses setting their strategic agenda based on what they see someone else doing on Instagram. You have no idea. There are so many phony fakos on Instagram, honestly. And I'll tell you that as a business strategist, I see all the time $1 million businesses who are not even profitable. And you have to think about what you're really trying to accomplish. What is your goal? And understand that the goals that you set for yourself, to move away from needing to get validation from the outside world to accomplish those, because it could be different for everybody. I have great friends who just want to be the best mom they can be. And I have friends that are running $1 million empires. And that's okay. Everybody has their own version of success. So decide what's yours. I had a great conversation today with someone who said, once I just started being authentic and just doing what I really felt like I loved and not worrying about what other people think or about being embarrassed, I lit up and just started loving life and everything changed for me. And I want that for everybody. I want that for all of you. Most people lack the resilience to play the long game in their business and their life. We're looking too often for instant gratification. And the reality is, if you want success, you're going to have to work at it. You're going to have to work at it every day. And looking at what other people are doing on Instagram is not going to get you there. What's going to get you there is putting a real plan in place and being patient and persistent and diligent enough to put the work in. And so I think that as you're thinking bigger than yourself, think about finding accountability. I don't know about you guys, but if I don't work out with my trainer, my workout is never as intense. And I have to do the workout. I'm doing the work. I'm the one that has to do the push-ups and the squats and all that fun stuff. And he just tells me what to do. But if I didn't have him, I wouldn't do it. And if you're a CEO, if you're running a business, if you're a young entrepreneur that's looking to grow, to really build something meaningful for yourself, then find some accountability. Find somebody that is going to help you stay on track toward your goal. You need that. We're human beings, right? And when push comes to shove and we're faced with a difficult decision, we're instantly going to be tempted to fall back into old habits or into what's comfortable. And so if you really want to make progress, find somebody to help push you and guide you along. And then finally, have faith. You have to have faith. Maybe it's spiritual faith for you, or maybe it's just trusting yourself and having such unrelenting belief in yourself that you're going to get to your goal, that you will find a way. And no matter what, if you have to crawl on your hands and knees to get there, you will do it, but you will get there. And that has to come from inside. That has to come from you being okay with playing the long game, with knowing what your purpose is, and letting go of the need for instant gratification. And so if you're feeling uncertain, you are not alone. We're all feeling uncertain. We all feel out of control. I hate being out of control. That is something that I have to work on every day, is being okay with that, with relenting, with just letting go sometimes, and really realizing that there never was certainty. So we feel uncertain. It's just a feeling. And if you think bigger than yourself, if you really tap into your purpose and the difference that you're here to make for your patients, for your clients, for your team, and you create a vision that is so much bigger than just the day-to-day transaction, you hold yourself accountable and find somebody to hold your hand along that path and guide you, and you have unrelenting faith, and you are going to be in a good space to get through this. You will feel like you have a plan in place, and that's going to give you the courage to continue forward one foot in front of the other. So I hope for everybody listening that you take a moment to really think about how you are going to market, how you are differentiating yourself, and what the big picture is for you and your vision, because there's so much opportunity for you. And I believe in you, and I know you can do it. I'm excited to see what the future holds through this pandemic, in this economy, and any economy, and as we really restructure and recreate our new normal and our new world here. Thank you for joining me for this episode of The Fierce Factor. If you enjoyed the show, please make sure you subscribe so you can automatically get new shows every week. I'd also love it if you left us a review. And come join the conversation online. If you're an aesthetic industry owner, operator, or leader, please join my free Facebook group, The Tribe of Fierce Aesthetic Leaders, a community of ambitious, purpose-driven professionals who collaborate and share best practices for growth in business and life. I'm honored you tuned in.